Hi, FlossTube.
Hello, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching,
episode 297.
3 plus 4 plus 40 plus 5 plus 5 plus 40 plus 100 plus 50 plus 25 plus 20 plus 5 is 297. 'Cause math.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, people. Oh,
we got a
wild one for you.
exciting, wild episode for you.
It's going to be just like every other episode.
No, it's got a few special parts.
Which is just like every other episode. Every episode there's a few
welcome back.
moments.
I don't know what she says half the time.
I know.
You catch it. I don't even know.
Until we watch it back, and I'm like, did you
Until
hear that funny thing I said?
And we are laughing hysterically at our own selves.
Yeah. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
This is so true.
Truly.
Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back to our faithful regular subscribers and viewers.
Yeah.
And if you're new,
Welcome aboard.
welcome aboard.
Yes.
We usually try to stay on a weekly schedule where mother and daughter. We'll leave that for you to determine who is who.
Who is who?
And we kind of stick around the hour mark for our videos if that is important to you. If it doesn't,
It's usually like between an hour and an hour and a half.
yeah, hour and a half. You know, you can always hit pause.
You can.
You can watch it in pieces.
Gotta love modern technology.
You know, there's all kinds of options.
Yes.
Anyway, we hope you've had a great week since you stopped in to see us last week. And we hope you've got a lot of stitches in. And we have, like I said, a lot to share with you this week. So, hit the pause button, go get a beverage, go potty, do all those things. And then you can, you know, just
Enjoy us.
enjoy, you know.
Okay, so first things first, we have some business that we need to attend to.
Yeah.
And that is in regards to StitchCon. So StitchCon is rapidly approaching.
Oh my God.
Rapidly approaching. Let's see here.
Let's just check.
37 days, 17 hours, and 18 minutes. That's
Oh.
it's technically 38 days because this is to the Wednesday beforehand.
Yeah.
But before weekend day. But
Yeah.
basically, it's coming up fast. Okay.
Yeah.
And so we have just some notes. We have the Facebook group for paid attendees. Then there's a website that has information on it. But we also realized that as two people on the StitchCon team, that many attendees come here looking for information about StitchCon.
Yes.
And so here you go.
Yeah.
So let me get my notes so I make sure to tell you all the things.
Yeah.
First and foremost, very importanto. The deadline to guarantee, if you have to, for whatever reason, if you have to cancel your attendance at StitchCon 2023. The deadline to ensure you get a no questions asked guaranteed refund.
Your $200 back.
Yep. That deadline is May 7th.
That's next week, folks.
Yes. So tomorrow's May 1st. So it's coming up quick. So if you think that you might not be able to come or whatever and you want your money back.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
You won't be able to.
Right. Then there's an email in the description box of every single one of our videos. There's also a contact us button on the StitchCon website. Just shoot us an email. You can also call the Keepsakes and just tell us who you are, and that's literally all we need to know is what your first and last name is. And then we will get your PayPal refund sent to you. After that, if we can find, or if we can pull somebody from the wait list to fill your seat, then we will give you a refund. If and only if we're able to fill your opening. Okay?
Right.
After June 1st, roughly, I don't know if it's the 1st or 2nd or whatever, but after June 1st, we are no longer processing refunds. So if you have a last minute emergency or whatever, we're so sorry. We understand that life happens, but there's so many things that, as the person who's in charge of sending invoices, processing cancellations, all of the admin stuff for StitchCon, I, to be fair, do not have any extra time to be finding a replacement for you.
No.
Okay.
And at that point, you know, people that may be on the wait list still hanging on might be at such a distance that making travel arrangements would
after
be
the 1st of
impossible.
June would be
after
crazy.
the 1st of June.
Yeah.
Not to say somebody could, but the odds are against those people jumping on an airplane, etc.
Yes, exactly. So, so just keep that in mind. If you have to cancel, May 1st is your guaranteed refund deadline. Okay. Right. And then, one note in regards to that. If you find out that you, for whatever reason, cannot come, under no circumstances are you permitted to find your own replacement. We have a wait list still that we're pulling names from. And so it is just simply not fair for you to be like, well, I found a friend who will come in my spot, or come in my place.
Yeah.
And they're therefore jumping in front of all these other people who have waited months on a wait list to possibly get an invoice. You see what I'm saying?
Not fair.
So last year we actually had someone that came up to the registration table and said, I'm here for so-and-so. So do not do that. Do not do that. Thank you so much. Because we have name tags for you. We have, you know what I mean? And so it's like, there's things that get done ahead of time.
You know, behind the curtain.
Right.
That you may or may not be aware of.
Right.
That just creates a fly in the ointment.
Yes.
A very big fly in the ointment.
Yeah.
And we just can't.
Like, we understand what you're doing. Like, you know, it makes sense.
It make more sense to you at your end.
Correct.
But it causes
from our perspective, like, you have to
an
understand
organizational nightmare. Truthfully.
Yes. So there's that. And then
and it's not fair.
Sure. Yes. So okay. And then the other thing is that if you are someone who makes project bags or needle minders or floss drop sets or any sort of cross-stitch wares, you are not permitted to sell those items inside the stitching room.
Right.
StitchCon does not have vendors. We have trunk shows that all get finalized and approved through Keepsakes and through Barbara.
Right.
So you are more than welcome to give away stuff. You're welcome to hand out your business card. You're welcome to do those things inside the stitching room, okay? But there is no selling of items from your table in the stitching room or anywhere inside of the convention center at all.
Right.
Thank you so much. Okay, and then the last item is that the third and final Spiritwear sale is coming up. It will be early next week, so keep an eye on both the Facebook page and the StitchCon website for the link for that. The big difference with the third and final sale is that all the items you order in that Spiritwear sale will be shipped to us, and you will pick them up at StitchCon.
Yeah, there'll be a separate table for that. Right,
yes.
Right near where you come in.
Yes. So, and if you are someone who wants to order Spiritwear but you're not coming, you can still order Spiritwear through that sale, and we will call you and we'll charge you for shipping, and we'll send it to you that way,
right.
If that's something that you want to do. And then the last little item up for business, and I know that people have been planning and thinking and packing for months now, which is hilarious because I'll pack the night before. So, but we've never done a Just Keep Stitchin' day at StitchCon.
No.
And so it is my hope and dream that anyone, yes you do, Pam, we've talked about this.
Okay.
Is that anyone that has a Just Keep Stitchin' t-shirt.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Or sweatshirt or something of our, like, Just Keep Stitchin' Spiritwear.
Right.
For both weekends. We would just love
to get a picture.
To get a picture of all of you with your t-shirts.
Right.
So throw it in your suitcase. We haven't figured out what day we're going to do it.
No.
Probably Friday or Saturday.
But throw it in your bag if you bought JKS apparel.
Yes.
Or maybe you have a tote bag that you can hold up in the picture.
Yeah.
Anything like that. There are lots and lots of pictures taken, as there are at all the retreats.
Yeah.
And we've had groups of people who are all stitching the same project.
Yes.
Hold their projects up and get a group shot. There's a staircase outside the stitching room, and it's a great place to, have group pictures.
It's a built-in tier.
Yeah, tiers people,
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't know we had discussed that.
Yes.
As being
We just have never done it before, so I think that it would be really fun to get everybody together as it's our 5th StitchCon. So I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
So throw it in your bag and let's take a picture.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Very good.
All right. That is all of my StitchCon notes.
Okay. Well, we have next up, we have a big announcement. And if you're relatively new or you don't watch us on a regular basis, you might not have heard what I'm about to talk about. And that is a SAL that I am starting and hosting this summer. I am 30 years from my breast cancer diagnosis. Okay. And when I realized that it had been 30 years, and 30 years is a long time looking back on an event and you say, wow, that feels like another life, right? And that's how I feel about this. However, I thought it would be meaningful. We've talked about people who are going through a cancer journey or have lost folks in their family or circle of friends to cancer, that it would be a meaningful marking of this year for me and anybody who wants to stitch along.
Yes.
I go to my oncologist now on an annual basis. And when I kind of was, thinking through this idea, of course, Steph had just turned 5 years old in 1993.
Yep.
Her brother was 7 or 8. And so the kids remember, but they remember from their childhood.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I said to Steph, I said, I wish I could find records around my house of what date it was.
Yeah.
When my then husband and I came home from my lumpectomy with the pathology report. And I know that it was in early June. So, like I said, went to my oncologist recently, and without giving him all the cross-stitch SAL backstory, I said, would you happen to know? And he was in the same practice with the oncologist that treated me, who has since retired. But he had his his tablet in his hands when I asked him, is there any way you can look it up, what the date was?
Yeah.
And he literally, like we do with all of our devices, just kind of scrolled down.
It's right here.
And he goes, June 11th, Pam. And I was thrilled to have pinpointed that date. So then Steph and I talked about what kind of cross-stitch design I would like to do a SAL for. And I think there was a point where I asked for suggestions, and I received many. Thank you.
Yep.
And so we looked at a lot of designs. I sort of kind of wanted to steer away from the traditional pink ribbon kind of design, at least prominently in the design. I just feel like we've kind of gotten a little bit jaded about that, unfortunately. So, although, you know, ribbons for commemorating and honoring survivors and so forth are totally valid. Don't get me wrong. We have, we zeroed in on a design together, and Stephanie said, well, I will, through Keepsakes, where she works, I will
get some copies ordered.
Get some copies ordered from their distributor. And she was able to actually get these from the designer directly. Easily.
Yeah. Easier than from the distributor.
Correct.
They're not at the distributor anymore.
Right. So, this is a SAL that I'm going to start on June 11th, which, segue, is the Sunday of Weekend A of StitchCon. So we will be at the Convention Center on June 11th. And what I would like to suggest, if you would like to join me on this, it will be like all of my SALs that I host, an open-ended SAL. If you would like to join in whatever capacity you have, to stitch something in honor of your journey or some other family member, friend's cancer journey. And don't need to wait till June 11th necessarily. But when Steph brought this home the other day, I really was even more thrilled with what I had picked out.
You want to show them what it is?
So, I think I mentioned that it is from a designer that I love to collect. And you may be familiar with this series that they did a while ago. I think it was...
Well, they just released one that's in the series Last Market.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
So it's an ongoing series.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm talking about Praiseworthy Stitches, and you know I love Praiseworthy Stitches. And they did and have continued a whole series of designs under the umbrella title of Simple Gifts. And they have done one called Courage. And this is what it looks like. Okay. Stephanie's much better at holding things up.
So pretty.
And when I saw this, just the picture online, I thought, that's perfect, right? And then when Stephanie brought it home from the shop, I read the back that Pam and Susan wrote. And if you'll indulge me, I'd like to read...
They don't have a choice.
No, you don't have a choice. But I'm going to read what Pam and Susan put on the back of this leaflet, because I think you'll understand how thrilled I am with this. And then there's a part of the design I'm going to pull out and show you. So, Simple Gifts, Courage. Courage is a part of the series of Quaker-inspired designs. The title Simple Gifts comes from the Quaker-inspired song, "'Tis a Gift to Be..."
gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be...
Yeah. The model was stitched on vintage 32 count, vintage wild rose from Lakeside Linens with threads from a gentle art. This design, Simple Gifts, Courage, holds a special place in our hearts. We are celebrating all those in our lives who have struggled with different types of cancer. While we have charted our design using the colors for breast cancer, we are including with each chart a list of the different cancers with its colors and an alphabet, the same letters as the one in the chart, so that you can personalize it for your loved one. And so you'll see there are random alphabets, initials, in the design.
Yeah.
And then this was very cool. And I picked this without knowing all of this information.
Yeah.
Inside the cellophane, plastic, whatever, is the information that she just mentioned. She even included a sheet with the lyrics to the Quaker song. So this is the sheet that has all the Cancer ribbon colors on it. Okay. And there's even an all-encompassing color that covers all cancers.
Yeah, this is the purple down here.
Right. And so, again, perfect.
So you can use that to personalize to your piece. So. And
then it says, if you move the initials around so that your loved one's initials are together, then they are represented on the sampler itself. You may want to stitch the survivors in a different color than those who have lost the battle of cancer. Part of our commitment to cancer eradication, we are donating 20% of all the profits from this chart to the American Cancer Society.
That's awesome.
By donating to ACS, then all the different cancer research facilities can benefit.
Yeah.
We hope that you will remember to watch yourself and those you love for the warning signs of cancer. So, this is the chart. And Stephanie has made sure there is a supply of charts at Keepsakes.
Yes.
We don't know how popular the idea will be to stitch this chart with me.
Yeah.
You might want to do something different, and that's perfectly okay with me.
Sure.
2013, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, right.
Another 3 when this chart came out.
Yes.
So, I have gone ahead and ordered the fabric that I'm going to use. It is called AINE, A-I-N-E, and it is from Under the Sea Fabrics.
Yes.
And I am going to stitch it on 32 count. I am going to do Lugana, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ordered it online just yesterday.
Yeah.
And I don't know how fast my fabric will come.
We'll find out.
If it gets to be StitchCon Weekend A, and
we might have some trunk shows at StitchCon with fabric.
Oh, okay, okay.
If worse comes to worse.
She was just whispering about fabric trunk shows
I'm sure
at
they heard me
StitchCon.
say it.
Anyway, but if it doesn't come, it doesn't come.
Yeah.
And I'll just start when the fabric comes. I mean, this isn't my date. You know, my special date is June 11th, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important.
Yeah,
the meaningfulness of it being the 30th year is what's important.
Sure.
But it is a very pale, hardly any modeling pink fabric.
Yep. So the I know that there were a few people who reached out after Pam mentioned that she was going to be doing a SAL to celebrate, and we have your names on the list at Keepsakes, so we'll reach out to you either Monday or Tuesday and get your charts on their way to you. But if you would like to purchase the chart or the supplies for the chart or the whole thing, whatever. The contact information for Keepsakes is in the description box below. Right. And as of right, I ordered 20, but after obviously Pam's copy and then the few people that we have, I think we have like 14 or 15 left. So, but I can absolutely order more. They came fairly quickly, so it's not a big deal. So if you are interested in stitching the chart and would like to purchase your copy through Keepsakes, we would be honored to get that ordered to you.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. When I was over at the shop the last time for a StitchCon meeting, our friend Vicky, who is a local stitcher, was there. Hadn't seen her in a long time. And I remember when she was first diagnosed, I said to her, when I hit my 30-year survival year, you will hit your third. And so it is 3 years for her.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So it's very meaningful to me, and I invite any and all stitchers to join in whatever capacity you choose.
Did you tell them what the hashtag is?
The hashtag, very important.
Very important.
And I will post this on the other socials, is hashtag Pam Survivor Sal.
Survivor or survival?
Pam's Survival.
Yes.
Pam's Survival SAL.
Okay.
And I will announce it on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Perfect.
So the secret is out. Not that it was a secret, but I didn't want to say too much until we had the chart in hand.
Yes.
So that's what's going on with that. If you have any questions, shoot me a message.
Yeah. Leave us a comment. Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All that stuff.
Okay.
All right. Let's do a hashtag.
Our hashtag here at JustKeepStitchin is hashtag Stitch Harmony. It is our attempt at connecting stitchers together. So if you are someone who lives with no other stitchers local to you in your area, and you would like our help in finding you a stitching friend that lives close to you, we would be honored to do that. So just leave your name, use the hashtag Stitch Harmony, and your name where you live, and then we will pick one of those comments every week to share with our audience in hopes of finding a friend. So, who is this week's featured Stitch Harmony commenter, Pamela?
Well, we only had one after last week's video.
Okay. That's fine. One is all we need.
So that made it easy, right?
Yep.
And it comes to us from Edith McClanahan. Hi,
Edith! I love the name Edith.
I do too.
And I also love the last name McClanahan.
I know. Something tells me you don't mess with Edith. I don't know.
No, I know.
I don't know why I get that vibe. But anyway, hi Edith. And this is what she wrote. Stitch Harmony. I would love to find a stitch friend. I'm in Bristol, Tennessee.
Okay.
So you may recall last week's gal was in Tennessee as well.
She was.
So you Tennessee stitchers,
y'all need to get it together. Okay? Figure it out.
Start a Facebook group or do something.
Yeah, do something. Figure it out. You're not that big of a state, okay?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. We're here to... What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
You have a cowlick on the back of your head? Is that what you said? Okay, so Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah.
They've got a motor speedway. They also have caverns. Very exciting.
There you go.
Okay. Bristol is right on the border of Kentucky. No, Virginia. Virginia, okay.
Oh, way over there.
Yeah, so it's in the top.
That may be why she's kind of away from...
And it's right, not right by, but close enough to North Carolina as well.
Wow. Okay, so Eastern Tennessee for sure.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, funny.
What's funny?
It's just, I forget that's like, I don't know. I forget that all those states touch.
What Tennessee touches at that side.
Yes. Yeah. So, okay, let me show you. Even though Pam says you can't see anything when you do this, I'm still going to show you anyway, okay? Okay, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. So, we've got North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia's down here, okay? This is Tennessee. See here? Right here, okay? So, we're going to zoom in to the right corner of Tennessee. So, see this little red situation over here? That's Bristol. Oh, not Johnson City, you big dingle. Bristol.
You talked about Johnson City last week.
Well, Johnson City is very close to Bristol.
Wow. Girls, get together, huh?
Figure it out. Okay. So, there's Bristol. There's Johnson City. They're right next to each other. And then there's Virginia up here. Okay?
Okay.
So, Bristol is literally right along I-81.
Okay.
And Johnson City is right off of 26.
Yeah, I think it wasn't that the last week's Stitch Harmony person was from Johnson City, but that would have been, she thought, her closest LNS.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's from Bristol to Johnson City, it's literally 34 minutes.
Yeah, so maybe that person doesn't know about Johnson City either.
Right. So then you guys can get it together.
Yeah.
And get together. Okay. Edith. So if your ears perked up because you live in and around nearby within driving distance of Bristol, Tennessee, and you have room in your stitching group for sweet, sweet Edith McClanahan, then comment on this video and say, "Hi, Edith."
Right.
My name is, insert name here. I live in and around nearby within driving distance of Bristol, Tennessee, and I would love to stitch with you. And then it is up to you, Miss Sweet Edith McClanahan. to read through the comments and find people who have reached out to you and start a conversation and go from there.
There you go.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Bristol Stitchers, unite! Let's get all the Tennessee Stitchers together and
Really?
figure it out. All right,
Really?
ready?
Always ready. You know what that means? Time for Pam's pinned comment. Pam's pinned comment is the one comment of all the comments.
You are
after last.
shouting.
What?
Shouting. Pam's pinned comment is the da-da-da-da.
All right, sorry.
So I'm
Pam's
very
pinned-
sorry if you were just wearing earphones and I did that.
Pam's pinned comment
Yes.
is the one comment of all the comments after last week's video that tickle my fancy.
Welcome to Story Time with Pam and Steph.
And this week's,
Oh, I know her.
you do?
She's a Keepsakes customer, I think.
Okay, well,
I mean,
anyway,
whatever.
this is what she wrote. Came to us from a gal named Christy Rome.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you know Christy?
Yep. I mean, I know of her. The name
Okay.
is familiar to me.
Okay. This is what she wrote. And what tickled me most was the first part.
Uh-huh.
Because if you remember, last week we talked quite a bit
Chattanooga.
about Chattanooga. Here we go. We're in Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
All right. So we talked about the Chattanooga.
That just cracked me up.
Chattanooga choo-choo, right?
Chattanooga choo-choo.
And this is what Christy says. Right at the top. Right at the top. She says, "Pardon me, boys. Is that a cat who ate your new shoes?" I thought that was funny.
I don't get it.
Instead of "Pardon me, boys, is that a Chattanooga choo-choo?"
Oh.
She
Oh,
said,
those are the words to the song.
"Pardon me, boys, is that the cat who ate your new shoes?"
Oh, got it. Okay. She's okay. Got it. Okay, continue.
I thought it was funny.
Well, that's why it's
Christy.
Pam's pinned comment.
And that's why it's Pam's pinned comment.
There you go. Okay, continue.
All right?
Yep. Let's go.
I love visiting the Chattanooga Choo-Choo. And Steph, I really, really, really do not think you like that new project bag in your monthly club.
I hate it.
No, of course she doesn't.
Obviously.
I can't wait to see what pattern you choose, Pam. So, Christy, now you know.
No, you don't.
I am proud to say I am a survivor and will be joining your SAL.
I love this.
Christy,
welcome aboard to the
I'm
Chattanooga
terribly
Choo-Choo
upset
SAL.
that I had to give up my spot to StitchCon after
She
being
did.
chosen from the wait list. I have never been and just couldn't make it happen due to another commitment. Have a wonderful week.
Okay.
Ladies.
There'll be plenty more StitchCons.
Christy, thank you for this adorable comment.
Yes.
And I thought it was funny. I don't know.
Well,
you know.
that's again why it's Pam's
It's
pinned.
why it's Pam's pinned comment.
It
It was
is.
pinned to the top of all the comments. And we thank you most sincerely for all the comments that you guys make on our videos. We really, really appreciate it.
We sure do. Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's time for our new segment. Relatively new. We'll figure it out.
I love it.
That means it's time for Silver and Gold. And Silver and Gold is our relatively new segment where we shout out, as the old Girl Scout song says, and as Burl Ives sang in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, thank you, Debbie, that we love to make new friends but keep the old. So our new friend this week, and someone that we cannot wait to meet,
Oh, I can't wait.
is Megan the Seattle Stitcher. Hi, Megan.
Oh, I love her so much.
Now, the great thing about Megan is she has two, at least two, crafts.
Oh, yeah.
She's a beautiful cross stitcher and she is a beautiful knitter.
Knitter.
Truthfully, to be perfectly honest, I was more impressed at the beginning of her videos with what she was knitting. And I don't knit. I have no intention of knitting.
No.
Okay. So you want to check out Megan. She has been making videos for about a year.
Just over a
She
year. Yeah.
started at the end of March 2022.
Yep.
And so she has just celebrated her FlossTuber anniversary, 1 year. And I think her last video also talked about, this is her birthday week, too.
It's very exciting for Megan.
She has made 31 videos.
She has.
And
if you couldn't tell, she lives in Seattle.
Yeah, she's in the Pacific Northwest.
And I just think she's more or less my age. She has a young child and a husband and all the things. And but she's just like, I just appreciate a person in my generation, our generation, that just isn't worried about what everybody else thinks. I feel like our generation especially gets very fixated on how we are perceived, how we act, how we say things. Like, obviously don't be a jerk, you know what I mean? But like, also just like,
she's herself. She's
believe in who
genuine.
you are and stand up for what you believe is right. And I don't know, I respect Megan for that. And I think that that's why I gravitate to her and people like her, is because of her personality is just incredible. Right. Incredible.
She has participated in and hosted SALs in the 1 year that she's been on FlossTube. And she's just generally very, very sweet. Yes. And
she's absolutely gorgeous.
So anyway, that's our silver new FlossTuber. And our gold FlossTuber is a dear friend of ours. And
I love her so much.
When she puts a FlossTube up, I stop everything. If I had another cross stitcher out there in FlossTube land where everything...
She's like your cross-stitch doppelganger.
Yes. Everything she stitches, I want to stitch, and everything I stitch, she wants to stitch.
Facts.
She has sent me online to obtain projects more than any other FlossTuber out there.
Wow. That's high praise, Brenda.
Yeah. We have been stitching for about the same amount of time. I think Brenda's been stitching...
Did we even say who it was yet?
No.
Okay.
I think she has been stitching a little teensy bit longer than me.
Yeah, just a hair.
However, we are talking about Brenda, the handwork maniac. And I'm going to tell you what. I think
Tell us, Pam.
The funniest thing that I noticed the last time I watched her video was that in general, she's very soft-spoken.
Oh, yeah.
She's very soft-spoken.
No shouting on Brenda's channel.
She starts off, hello, I'm Brenda. And she just like sucks you in. I mean, not in an aggressive way. She's
extraordinarily aggressive.
But she gets, she gets out these projects, man. And I am like, what are you going to show next? What are you going to show next?
Her whip parades are like...
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Chef's kiss, man.
She has been making floss tubes since October of 2018. And she has made 113 videos.
Dang.
All of them excellent. She has featured her daughter Marie, who we have also met. And she has talked about, most recently, her Stitch Mania plans.
Yeah.
So go check out Brenda and her visual aid that she has, where she keeps working on the same Stitch Mania projects that she started, I believe, in 2018.
She did Mania the first year we did.
So it's tons of fun.
Yes.
So there you go. Megan,
check them out
for silver, and Brenda
for gold.
And we love you both.
Yes.
And we hope you enjoyed our new segment.
Yes.
I need that note. Don't take it away.
Pardon me.
I held onto it for a reason. All right, let's talk about stitching, shall we?
We shall.
What have you been stitching on this week, Steph?
Well, same thing I was working on last week. Consider the Lilies from Heartstring Samplery. So I made a decision, I think. So I am going to... I can't remember if I said this last week.
You did.
Well,
you
then
did.
Never mind.
No, okay. But say it again.
That I'm going to work on this steady through July.
You might not have said it quite that way, but you talked about that you were going to keep going with this.
Yeah.
So now hold it up and show them what you're talking about.
I will.
Not this. They don't know yet.
Yeah, I showed it to them already. Consider the Lilies by Hijinx Samplery.
Okay.
Remember?
Okay.
I just said that.
Okay.
So, but I'll show it to you again, you know. There's a lot to look at.
Yeah.
So, it's very exciting. Oh, I didn't realize I was that close to the horse.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It's very exciting. Okay, anyway. So, I have been... So, I started up here, and then I did this, and then I've been working my way over this way.
Yeah. Right into that corner.
Right in that corner, okay? So then, and been doing the green of the border as I go, because I want the green to match up before I go do all the flowers. Because I would hate to have to frog all of those flowers if my border doesn't match up.
But at least you're juxtapositioning your inside motifs to that green vine so that you know you're in the right place.
I'm juxtapositioning the motifs to each other.
Well, just keep an eye on that border.
You keep an eye on your border, Pam.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they all came off of the border originally.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, whatever. It's going to all be fine. The border's going to match, and it's going to be beautiful, so it doesn't matter. So, I am stitching mine on 40 count linen from Picture This Plus in the color Murmur.
Murmur.
And I got to the corner. It's a party in the corner. So, the flower right there that's sticking up, that is the center, top center. So I made it all the way over. So, I got those in, and I got that big vase done. And so this whole corner is new since last week. With the vase is done, and then all the little cherries, let me show the bee up close.
Yeah.
Because I like the bee. Look at that bee. And the beehive. This motif is not done yet, but everything else is. So, and there's flowers up in this empty space.
So when you
here.
stitched that blue flower, you looked over at your green vine?
Mm-mm. But
okay.
I will when you start talking about your whips, though, since now you're making me nervous. So thanks, Pam. Well, you know what?
Check it. You're going to check it right here?
You better believe I am.
Live on FlossTube.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
It matches.
Okay, so far we're good.
Because I know how to count to 10.
I know, but I would keep checking.
Really?
You would be...
So pissed.
I was going to say verklempt, and you're going to so pissed.
I would be absolutely livid.
That's right. That's why you should keep checking as you're going down.
As I'm going down and around.
Yes. Yes.
Really?
I'm happy for you that you're okay.
I'm happy that you're okay, Pam. Because guess who's the only person I can punch if it was off? Oh, it's getting dangerous. But yeah, so I really, really love it, obviously. And I just think it just makes sense for me to just stick to one project between now and through July. Because it is going to be a absolutely crazy few months.
Oh, that's right. You were saying through StitchCon and all that
and
stuff.
through Tiny Town shipping and through all of that. Yeah. So then after July, so in August, then I will get back to other projects or whatever.
Cool.
And then I have the music store from Little House Needleworks. That's my travel piece.
Yeah.
Because I want that done by October when we go to Stitch West.
Right.
So, but that's literally all I've been working on because I'm a monogamous stitcher now. So that's great for me.
But look at what you're going to end up with.
I mean, it's going to go on the mantle. So that's what I've been working on, Pam.
Okay.
What about you? What have you been doing with your life? She doesn't have 800 things to show you this week.
I have several, but not in the past.
Not like previous weeks.
So, Fridays is American Trilogy Day.
Every Friday?
No.
Or is this the Friday of your weekly situation?
In my SAL schedule.
Uh-huh.
I'll just say that much. So, this is what it looks like. Oops. Nope. Hold on. Trilogy means there's 3 different. And I am on the 3rd one.
The Latin root.
Which is Shore of Freedom. What'd you say?
Nothing.
See, I won't know until we put it back.
Yep.
Sneaky. It is on light mocha, 32 count. And I had a lot of fun with this week.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
So I went to the left from
much more brighter than I imagined it.
From the big balloon.
The big balloon.
To the left.
Come here, Pam.
My left. Sorry for the folds. To do the ship. And I got all the ship done. Actually, I got more done than what I posted on Instagram. And I worked my way over to complete my row of blue alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
And got down to the Little Mermaid sitting on the...
Look at her.
I don't know whether that's the bow or the stern, but whatever.
Let's call it the bow.
Okay. So...
Looks cute.
Yep.
She's so cute.
Yep. It's going to look great.
I just want to keep... for some reason I want to go 76 trombones in the big balloon. That's what I want. I don't know why.
That's an amalgam
of sing-along songs.
I guess so. Okay, so that was one project I worked on. I worked on that on Friday.
You only worked on that for one day?
Yeah.
Wow. You got a lot done for one day.
Yep. I also worked on a SAL I'm hosting of the exclusive Teresa Kogut chart that she gave us at Stitch West last fall. It is the Seaworthy sampler. And Teresa hasn't released this to the general public yet.
Nope.
I think she's going to in the fall.
Well, that's lovely.
I think.
Okay.
So, I am doing this on Corinne fabric. I can never think.
Grace Notes.
Grace Notes fabric. And it is in the colorway... something gray.
Earl Grey.
Earl Grey, that's it, like the tea.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so on this one, I'm sorry if I'm loud.
No, you're not.
It's gotten me into trouble in the past.
Has it?
I
can imagine.
I never realized
how much your voice carries.
My voice carries.
Wicked.
And sometimes I'm overheard
Don't
to say
gossip
a few
with
things,
Pam at a retreat, 'cause she'll get you in trouble.
And I have found myself in
real pickles.
Water.
Hot water.
Hot water.
What are you doing?
Just playing with fabric.
She's over here just literally just like this.
No, I'm thinking about how loud I am. Anyway, so
Pam, we love how loud you are.
Well,
76 trombones.
I don't notice it, so you're going to have to tell me.
Big balloon.
I appreciate it. All right.
Remember that one time you got so mad at me for like spending 10 minutes folding fabric?
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now.
Listen.
Listen.
Listen, Linda.
Listen.
All right. So I can't do this.
Yeah, just let me show
Just
the people, Pam.
Just do it. Just do it. I can't do it. Okay. See? She's a pro. So I worked on the waves. I just said how wonderful you are at doing that. Now you're flubbing up.
Pam?
Who's loud now?
There we go.
So I got the 4 waves in. And I also went up.
Oh, that looks really great.
And did this, star?
Quilt star, yeah.
And I put in a few leaves on some vines. So.
And did you just work on this for one day?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
That's what I do with myself.
Man, okay, fine. You know, whatever.
I don't know.
Do you know what the name... Oh, yeah, Earl Grey.
Earl Grey from Grace Notes.
Grace Notes Fabrics.
Yep.
Okay, fantastical.
Yep. All right. And what else we got here?
What else we got here?
So today was the Sunday of my alternating weeks of SALs.
Yeah.
One is Halloween and one is Sunday stocking sale.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we're in the Halloween week. The
Yes.
week that starts with Halloween. Which is Halloween Hijinx from Carolyn Manning.
Oh, boy.
And this is another SAL I'm in. The name of the SAL is Halloween Hijinx SAL.
Uh-oh.
And I am doing this on Vintage Stormy Night.
Is this hosted by someone?
Yes. I think her name is, oh shoot, it just went out of my, Barbara, I think. And she's StitchBrat on Instagram.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you need. And she sectioned this out when the SAL started last fall. She took the chart and divided it up like Colette did for Sunnyside Sampler. And so since I'm late to the game, I'm doing the first section, but I'm way behind everybody else.
Right.
And the first section is basically the top border. So it's going along the top there, if you will.
I love it.
And I've worked on this today, and this is what it looks like.
Look at that little ghost.
It's fun. I got to my first little ghosty right there. I'm using 2 strands over 2 on 32 count Vintage Stormy Night. And
it's Lugana as opposed to linen.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so good.
So fun. Yeah.
I like his little face. It's very cute face.
Yeah. So that is what I've been working on aside from the next section.
Yes. Okie dokie. So.
Those
are
our
whips
of
the
week. Can't tell we've made 296 of these, have you?
This is our 97th. 297th.
All right.
Okay.
So, it's the last day of April.
It is. Today.
Everybody that's doing Whip Go is like, okay, where do I stand with my Whip Go board?
Yeah.
I have to say, speaking of my SAL schedule, I had to deviate from that this week.
Oh, no.
I prioritized finishing my second Whip Go goal for April. And
you gonna show that first?
I'm going to show this first. Because
she's exciting, everyone.
And I know I have lots of fabric on the bottom, but
we're going to cut it off and use it.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's on Fog.
Yeah,
from
it is.
PTP.
Yeah, it is.
And it's linen.
Yep.
And
this stuff is like gold. 32 count Fog. You can't find that anywhere.
Really?
Pictures Plus is...
Okay. All right. So this was a SAL in 2019 from Tempting Tangles.
Okay.
And if I haven't mentioned it before, I have a lot of Scottish ancestry.
Which is why you did this.
If you do the pie chart on Ancestry, I'm like 54% Scottish.
Very exciting.
So when I saw this, had to get it.
Had to.
And so I got the pieces as they were released.
Yeah,
But you can now buy it
as a set.
As a whole
chart.
Whole design. So this is Quakers in Scotland. I think they just came out with Quakers in Scandinavia, if that interests anybody. And there have been other Quakers in...
Yeah, we also have Quakers in...
we have Quakers in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it's not Quakers in Amsterdam, it's Quakers in the Netherlands.
I think so.
Quakers in Holland.
Holland.
Yeah.
Holland is
That's
what
why we're
called.
like, too many words.
Yeah, the Netherlands sounded too long.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Quakers in Scotland.
Yeah.
And my goal was to finish it, and I made sure that I did.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So, here we go. Squakers.
Quakers in Scotland.
Quakers
in Scotland.
Talk about going right in. Spoiling my presentation. Squakers. Keep going. I'm going to keep going. Are you with me? This is Quakers in Scotland.
That was almost as bad as the praline.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's good.
So, I'll point out a couple of things. There's the flag up in the corner, of course.
Right here. Yep.
There are the harps.
Yep.
And there are the whiskey bottles, sorry.
Yep.
The sporin, if you are a, what's that book series? Everybody loves about the...
Yep.
Yep. The sporin is like the belt around his kilt. Obviously,
Outlander.
Oh, right. And what you want to focus on at this point is, after my eyes were crossing in trying to finish this, I realized there were beads.
Oh, yeah.
So Stephanie supported me in trying to...
I was her emotional support daughter.
Okay, so these are the crown jewels.
Yeah, here.
And I put in little gold beads.
You can see them from the side there.
And also the sporin is supposed to be opposing raccoon faces. So there's little green beads in there for the raccoon eyes, and then red as well. And then while you're holding it up close, there's the ghillie tie ballet slippers or jig, not ballet. Jig, whatever.
Here, wait, unwrap it.
Unwrap it a little bit more. You'll see the Scotty dogs.
Yep.
And the tartan, the swatch of tartan cloth.
Yep.
The bluebells. The Wallace swords, of course, William Wallace.
Obviously.
The Urquhart Castle that overlooks Loch Ness, and the Loch Ness Monster, not the Ness, and the Scottish Main ship, and all the heather.
Yep.
And this section, which I know Kate is working on over at Fickle Stitches, this section here was
oh man, there was no speaking aloud.
No speaking.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
Silence. Yeah. But, I mean,
it's cool. It's
thrilled
beautiful.
to have it done. Thrilled to have it done.
So, I think she should get like a chunky gold frame for it.
Oh, yeah?
I think that would look dope.
I haven't thought about a frame. I mean, I thought I would take it over to Lisa's when we go and have it get framed right away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I think so. So that's Quakers in Scotland.
Very exciting.
And then I got real excited about a sale that our friend Jessie Marie was hosting for her birthday. And it was the JMDS something French sale. For Jessie Marie Does Stuff Something French sale.
Yeah.
And
go over and watch her video. You can find out all about it.
I thought, here's my chance, man. Because I've been wanting to stitch this for a very long time.
Yeah.
This is from Judy at JBW, and it is French Country Angel.
It's an angel blowing a horn, everybody.
And it's an angel blowing a horn. You know how I feel about that.
We love it.
Pam loves it. I was up till pretty late last night. Getting this done.
It's like
late for me, not late for you.
No, you went to bed by 12:30, which is normal.
And this, you're not going to be able to tell this, but this is on sparkly, linen?
It's actually even weave.
All right, sparkly, opalescent, even weave. I don't know.
No, it's linen.
It's linen, which is an ornament cut. Stephanie went and found it for me in our stash.
Oh, you can see the sparkle right there.
Yeah, and I use Strawberry Fields from Weeks.
Oh, you can see the sparkly workly.
And I'm thrilled with it. I'm going to tell you what, Judy is such a such a font of talent.
Yes.
Because as you're stitching this, you find all the little motifs. Like there's a Christmas tree there.
And the little crown.
And the little crown. And up in here are all the little bells.
Yep, and the stars.
Stars, man.
That's so cute.
And it's just precious. Joy. I thought it did, but it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It's just a swirl.
Yeah.
And
it's really pretty.
But yeah, you can see the sparkle, I think.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I love it.
So
beautiful.
It'll be made into a small of some sort. I haven't really decided.
Yeah, it's gorgeous though.
So that was for Jessie Marie's birthday, and she said work on something French, and the sky's the limit from her birthday, which I don't remember when it was, until the end of April. And so I came in right under the wire.
Yep.
So that is my other finish.
Happy finishes, everyone. Promotions!
Hope that wasn't too loud.
I hope it was extraordinarily loud. Okay, so we are here to talk to you about the Twin Peak Primitives Pattern of the Week. Every week, we pick a pattern, or they pick a pattern, or something happens and a pattern is chosen.
Right.
And it is from the library of the girls at Twin Peak Primitives, who are some very near and dear friends of ours. And we showcase a pattern every week, and the twins make it 23% off for all of the Just Keep Stitchin universe. Okay? So this week is a little special situation because it involves a lot of my favorite people. So this week's pattern of the week is one of the market releases that was done by the twins. And that pattern is called the BeeYOUtiful sampler. But it's B-E-E and then capital Y-O-U-tiful sampler. Okay? So before I say anything else, I want to show you a picture. We want to show you a picture of the BeeYOUtiful sampler. So insert a picture of it here. Okay, so a little bit of background. That model, that picture that you just saw, was stitched by my best friend, Kia B, over at Kia B Quilting. I think it's just Kia B now. Right. Yep, just Kia B. I always get that wrong because your Instagram is still Kia B. Anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. So Kia stitched the model, and Kia is actually hosting a stitch-along for that chart. So Kia posted a video earlier today on Sunday talking all about the meaning behind this piece for her, why she's hosting a SAL, and I cannot encourage you enough to go over and watch this video. Right. It's like 18 minutes long, but it's a lot to open yourself up to YouTube that way, and to share a lot about her personal life. And as someone that's known her and knows a lot about her and what she's gone through in the last 5 or 6 years, I'm just so proud that she's opening up to the community and getting that support.
The timing of the twins asking her if she would do the model was
perfect.
Perfect.
Yes. So, like, this community we find has been so supportive and loving and uplifting, and I'm so excited for her to feel that too, and for people to stitch along with her to stitch this pattern. Right. So here's the deal. There's kind of a lot of irons in the fire here. So from when you're viewing this today, April 30th, 2023, for 1 week, this pattern is 23% off if you purchase it from these 3 places. You can get a PDF copy of the chart from Twin Peak Primitives website or their Etsy shop.
Right.
Or you can get a hard copy of the chart, also discounted, but through an online needlework shop called The Daily Stitcher.
Right.
Okay. And that discount only applies for
1 week.
1 week. Okay. Obviously, the stitch-along that Kia is hosting is going to go on for a while. It's not a small piece. Say that there. So, if you are interested, the model of the BeeYOUtiful sampler actually lives at Keepsakes here in Cincinnati. And we have copies of the charts. We also have supplies if you so choose to go that way. It's not discounted if you go through Keepsakes, but it's just another option for you if you'd rather do that.
Right.
So, any way you shake it down, if you purchase the chart, participate in the SAL, even if you just purchase the chart, you're showing support to people in our circle whom we love dearly.
Yes.
So, so go over and watch the video from Kia and purchase the chart. We've linked everything below: Kia's channel and the Twin Peak Primitives shops and the Daily Stitcher and all the things you need.
There you go.
So, yay for that.
Yeah, great motivation to join the SAL.
Yes.
She'll give you the hashtag and
all the details and start date and all that stuff.
That's the Twin Peak Primitives Pattern of the Week.
Yep.
From now until our next video.
Yes.
In a week.
Yes.
Okay. Time for mail.
Mail call. That was weird, Pam.
You know, I'm so afraid of my loud voice now.
Why? Did somebody tell you were loud?
You've chastised me.
Oh, Pam, get over yourself. You were actually shouting earlier. You haven't shouted since then.
I'm afraid.
Oh boy. Here's this, Pammy. Okay. Okay, so we got...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got some pretty exceptional mail call.
Yeah.
From a lovely woman named Diane. Okay?
Yes. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane. So, I just love this. Okay. So, in addition to cross-stitching, Diane is also a painter. She's
an artist.
She's an artist. Okay.
Yes.
So, look at this hand-painted card she sent me.
I mean.
Look at them all.
I mean.
And it says, your house will always be blessed with love, laughter, and friendship if you have a cat. Ain't that the truth?
That goes in a frame.
It should go in a frame. Okay. I should put a picture of the cats in next to it.
Yep.
You know, one of those hinged frames.
Don't start with me.
Okay. And then, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
She knows how much I like stickers. So, she didn't just buy me some stickers. She literally drew me stickers. Like a sticker that says, oh, I love it so much.
Oh my gosh.
And a needle and thread. And, oh.
There's a bunch. She's picking out some of the better ones. But
I mean, they're all fantastic.
Yeah,
it's not better or best.
No, that's true.
A flower. And there's a ball of yarn up there. Look at that. Oh, this one. Look at this bunny, you guys. I am deceased. Look at that little bunny. Oh, they're just so cute. And they're just fantastic. Oh. This one says planner girl. There's cats, there's flowers, there's cross-stitch stuff. Oh, here's Muffin. Oh, they're just amazing. I love them.
I bet this is supposed to be Milkshake.
Milkshake? Oh, well, you would notice that, Bam, because Milkshake is your cat.
It's kind of my cat. Yeah, she's my golden girl.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, never have heard that before. That's cute. Is that what you call her, Pam? Oh, look, she made me.
What did she do?
Look at this. It's me. I love it.
Yep.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I almost don't want to use them.
I know.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
So fantastic. So thank you so much. I love them.
Just incredible.
So what'd she send you, Pammy?
So Steph brought these home, right?
Nope. These came in the mail.
Oh, they came in the mail. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm confusing with something else.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful card. I mean, this woman is talent, man.
Crazy.
This is she gives me her email and her IG.
Yep. Her IG is what?
DB Carey, CAREY _2000 is her
There you
IG.
go.
Yeah, Diane Carey. Folk Art Flowers, she titled that. And inside, wait till you see. See this? What do you think? Yeah. Floss drops.
Yep.
Now look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So look at these. These are hand painted, you guys.
Look at that robin.
A rose and a bee scap.
Look at that bee scap. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Look at these.
Oh, look at the saltbox house. Ah!
And the berry bowl.
Stop it.
Sunflowers.
And a sampler.
And a little sampler.
Look at the sampler. Stop it right now.
Hand painted. And not to be outdone,
You gotta wait to show this one last.
an eagle.
God bless America. No, wait for that one. Yeah. Okay, then show this one. Yeah.
The flag.
Land there with the poppies.
Just keep stitching.
Would be apostrophe, thank you. And this is our favorite.
And a lighthouse.
That's not striped.
Correct. Diane, thank you for sharing your talent with us.
We are.
My goodness.
And she did them just how we like them. With the
with a
thing
big
at the
hole
top,
and a little hole for the snips.
big and the little.
Yeah.
We love the multiple holes.
Unbelievable.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Unbelievable gift.
We love it.
So, that was, it did come in the mail. You're
Yes, it sure did. Yes, I usually am. Okay, so this came. Yeah. Okay. Charles.
Yes, Charles.
Charles, are you paying attention, Charles? So look at the. Oh, I wish there was.
What? What?
I want to show them this,
Oh,
but I don't want to show our address on YouTube's.
well, the corner of the envelope. How pretty is that?
Charles drew us that. Beautiful. And Charles sent us a extraordinarily lovely card
Beautiful. Beautiful.
and wrote us such a sweet note.
Yes.
And said that they like to send messages old-fashioned way. We love letters in the mail. It makes us so happy. And he said, hopefully I make it onto mail call. And here you are
You made it!
in the mail call.
There you go.
So, I'm not
There you
throwing
go.
this envelope away. He also
Yes.
included like a wax seal situation.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
So, very
That was
fancy
super
mail call
thoughtful.
this week.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So,
All right.
that's the mail call.
That's the mail call. All right.
Let's do
talk
haul,
about
Penny.
haul. Who's
Okay.
going to go first?
You do.
Okay. Someone showed this on probably Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And you know me at cocktails. If you don't know me at cocktails,
Do you even know Pam?
do you really? Are we friends? And I thought it was hysterical. I was hoping that this would be one of these Mill Hill groupings. You know how they have on a theme, like they did all the Santas, you know, like whatever. But this is the only one I found. It's called Eyeball Martini, and it's from the Autumn Harvest collection from Mill Hill, the little kit. So once I saw it on Instagram, I told Steph, order it for me, and then someone had it on Stash Unload.
And she snatched it right
And
up.
I snatched it right up. So it came from...
Oh, you just got it on Stash and Load?
No,
Oh.
it came from... Wait a minute. Maybe it came from eBay. Let's see.
No, it didn't.
You sure?
Positive.
Keeper of the Scissors in Lancaster, Ohio. So not too far away.
Cool.
So anyway, I picked that up. If you want to know more about where I got that, send me a message.
It's also available from your local needlework shop.
Yep. I picked this up on Etsy.
Just when I get ready to write something down the note, she switches to something else. Keep me on my toes.
Sort of on the Scotland theme, right?
Ah.
So this is called Hair and Thistles.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was sweet.
It is sweet.
And it was from Wanderling Stitches on Instagram.
On Instagram or Etsy?
I mean Etsy. Sorry.
It's okay. Wanderling Stitches?
Wanderling Stitches on Etsy. Hair and thistles.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. The thistle is the national flower of Scotland.
Yeah.
Huh. And the story starts in the 13th century at the Battle of Largs on the west coast of Scotland. A Norse army had journeyed to Scotland intent on conquering the land. They left their ships under the cover of night and were planning to ambush the sleeping Scottish clansmen. In order to be as quiet as possible, the Norsemen had removed their shoes. However, as they crept across the countryside, one of them stepped into a thorny thistle. His cry of pain roused the Scots, and the clansmen rose up and defeated the invaders.
There you go. We don't mess around.
We don't mess around. That's fantastic. Etsy?
Lori. Trying to think. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Lori from Not Forgotten Farm was having a sale on her Etsy shop. So I picked out a couple that I had already favorited.
Yeah.
One of them is The Witch's Inn. And what got me with this was the witch on the swings. You know?
I do. There's a small piece of me that feels like I have this in a hard copy.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, well. Well, I supported Lori. That's fine. And I don't think you would have gotten this.
No, that one I do not have.
This actually says it was in the 2011 Just Cross Stitch magazine Halloween collection, which I probably have. So there we go. Stupid purchases.
That's all right.
October Feather Tree. So if you want
I've never seen that before.
But I bet we have the 2011.
Yeah, probably, but
I think that's kind of cool.
it is very cool.
So, okay. So
that was a win.
that was a win.
I saw that sitting over there, and I was like, "Do I say something?" Nope, not gonna say anything.
Picked this up on eBay. And
very excited about this.
You were sure you don't already have
I'm 100% sure I don't have this.
Birds of a Feather, Red Reindeer.
Red Reindeer.
Birds of a Feather.
Yep, very cute.
So that is a collectible.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we're gonna stitch it, obviously. But.
Yeah. I also picked this up because I was left unattended. It happens every once in a while. I showed it to Stephanie and she goes, "No, Mom." And I thought, wait a minute, I'm 67 years old.
No, that's not what happened. That is not what happened.
I waited until she wasn't in the room, and then I thought...
She asked me how I felt about it, and I said, no. And she went, oh, really? I'm like, if you like it, get it. It doesn't matter to me.
She said, if it brings you joy, Mom...
Then purchase it.
It's an
I'll sell it after you die. It's fine. I'm just kidding.
Oh, let's rip it open and start it right now.
Yeah.
It's an old Jan Lynn kit from 2000.
It's a good year.
And it's called...
Y2K.
It's called Magi. Just pay attention over here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Star of the show. Excuse me.
I just think it's beautiful.
Well, that is what it matters, Pam.
And I think it's full coverage.
It is. I can't wait till you get to this part.
Yeah. But it may only be half stitches. I haven't opened it yet because, if I don't actually stitch it, then the value would be better if it hadn't been opened.
This is 100% sure.
NIP, new in package.
And, oh yeah.
So stay tuned. But it's a kit, and I thought it was pretty.
It is pretty, Pam. It's just a very intense.
Sometimes you're in an intense mood.
Are you?
What can I say? I think it's pretty.
I'm not saying it's not pretty. It's just very intense.
All right. I don't know. Do we already have this?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Then let's just pass on that. We probably already showed it.
Yep. Brought it home from market.
But here's another Sal.
Yep.
Jody at Satsuma Street.
Yeah.
Is starting a secret Sal, mystery Sal, if you will,
secret.
called the 4 Elements. And this is what are you doing?
Ooh, secrets. That's what I just
I
said.
don't know what she's on a totally different wavelength.
Yeah.
This is just the cover shot. This has no indication.
The fire I'm really excited about.
I don't think this has anything to do with the actual design.
Oh, I do. I think it's going to be a circle, and there's going to be 4 pieces.
Oh, that much I know. But these little
pixies,
I don't know. But I'm signed up. So
when does it start? Do you know?
I can't remember.
Should have written the date on there.
I know. But you'll know about it when I.
Oh yeah, you will. That's exciting.
But yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, and
water,
air.
Earth, wind,
fire, and air.
Wind and air.
So go over to Satsuma Street on Etsy and our Instagram.
Yeah.
And you'll get all the deets on that.
You will. Yeah, you will. All right, want to see what I got?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it's technically like what we got, you know. Yeah. But so this is the
Yeah.
This is the 2024 Keepsake calendar. This calendar is manufactured by Hirschner's. It has nothing to do with Keepsakes in Cincinnati. Nothing. We're 2 very different things. So at least now I know that the phone calls will start. Where people will call and they'll say, I would like to order the calendar.
No.
Also, we can never have a Keepsakes calendar.
Right, because of
this.
Yeah.
Anyway, but because we are Hirschner's customers here at scschaffner, we get the Keepsake.
Do we want to show any that particular appeal to us?
Yep. I'm going to show this one.
Okay, go
ahead. I'm going
ahead.
to show this one.
Okay.
Okay. So, you get the calendar.
I said calendar one more time. Just one more time. That's very pretty.
Yes. So, this is from...
It looks intense, though.
It's full coverage. That's why it looks intense. Crazy. So, you get the thing you hang on your wall, and then you... and then you also get the pattern book with the patterns in it.
Right. Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
And this one is from Stitchrovia.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Season everything with love.
Yeah.
And salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And then the one for December, which is by Karen Kluba.
Now when we
from Rosewood Manor.
Yeah. Now when we showed the one last year, we had a lot of people who were trying to get it.
Yeah.
Ours comes automatically.
Yeah.
Because we've ordered it in the past. I believe that's how it works.
Yes.
And you write the check. There's no way of doing it with a credit card.
No.
Because they're very old school in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
They are.
You write a check.
Yes.
There's a bill that's attached.
Yeah. You either send the calendar back or you send a check back. And
someone got one as well under the same circumstances as we did. And I can't remember who it was I was watching.
No idea.
But she says, I'm supposed to have this. That's why they keep sending it to me.
Yeah.
But they go back to the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm actually in the market for the 2004 if anybody wants to give it
By
up.
the way.
And I can't...
You sure we don't have it?
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Okay.
But there are some, you can see,
some good designs in there.
Emma Congdon and
Karen Kluba.
And Karen Kluba, some big name designers out there.
For sure.
So, I just write my little check to Craftways and keep it. So
yes. So I think that last year,
but a lot of people, they contacted
Hirschner's directly.
Hirschner's, and it wasn't there, and it wasn't there, and it wasn't there.
Yeah,
so I think what they do is they send out all their auto ships.
Yes, first.
Because it's the 2024 calendar.
Right.
This is only coming up on May 2023. It will eventually be there, I believe.
Yes, I do agree.
If
so
I'm
I'll
remembering
link
last year.
Hirschner's down below for you. Okay? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So that's all the haul, right?
That was all the haul.
Add to cart.
Okay.
What's next, Pam?
The next thing is to publicly thank the many
copious amounts
generous folks who have used the Buy Me a Coffee link in our description box to support our channel and to help us with our framing, finishing, and
And you're going to pay for Pam's
postage.
frame.
Yeah.
For Quakers in Scotland.
Okay, I'll do the first. I'm counting. I'll do the first 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to publicly thank these folks for sending some funds our way.
Yes.
As I've said many times, our preference is to keep ads off our channel.
Yes.
And we believe so far we've managed to do that, but we are also very aware that YouTube is a fickle beast and can
just like me.
And can jump in and put ads wherever they
damn well please.
So, but we're at episode 297 here, folks, and I think
we the video with the copyright claim.
Yeah, we had a little issue with Ben Sound, which is royalty-free music when we've done shop tours.
Yeah,
we've always been cool, but they now are requiring some more disclaimers in our description box, and so
so they dinged us for copyright for that because I didn't have the correct disclaimer in my whatever.
So that one's going to have ads until I don't know.
Who knows when? It's fine.
Anyway, so that's the purpose behind Buy Me a Coffee for us personally, as a FlossTube channel. Yeah. But that being said, we want to thank Pat. Thank you, Pat. We want to thank Susan. Thank you, Susan. We want to thank Barbara. Thank you very much, Barbara. And we want to thank, there's no first name attached to this, but given the letters and numbers, I'm going to assume it's either Micah or Mika, M-I-C-K.
M-I-C-A.
M-I-C-A.
Yep.
So, and Eileen. So, thank you very much, folks. We really, really, really do appreciate it.
And thank you so much to Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Janice. I love saying Janice. Thank you, Janice. Desiree. Thank you, Desiree. Becky. Thank you so much, Becky. And a anonymous donator. You know who you are.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Do we have anything in plans?
No.
Another
so many hashtags.
But I found out about this from watching Samantha on Hijinx Stitcher. And it is a mystery SAL that is getting published by
Owl Forest
Embroidery. And they have, you have to go to their website, Owl Forest Embroidery, and they have lots of options. They've divided this thing up by sections, and it is called Treasure Island. And I am psyched, man. I got so excited watching Samantha.
You know what you haven't done yet is the Haunted Library.
That's a start for Halloween this year.
Okay, I can't wait.
But that's not...
I know it's not. I was just thinking about it. Your excitement for that is about as excited as you are for this.
Yeah.
And we haven't started the library yet, so I'm just wanting to know where we're going with things.
Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
Everyone is fine.
She's divided it up in sections.
That's a lot of sections.
It is.
So do you think it's going to be a map? Is that what's happening?
Well, I don't know. I think, so what I did is I went...
map vibe from it.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
I went to the Owl Forest Embroidery website, and they give you lots of options for a pack of the DMC threads or a pack of the Owl Forest threads. And in the past, when I bought Owl Forest kits, they come in a box, and you get the Owl Forest threads, and they're lovely. So what I purchased was the pack of Owl Forest threads And they have like 4 different needle minders. One's got a ship on it. One's got a parrot on it. One's got a treasure chest on it.
Oh, that's exciting.
And one's got something else related to Treasure Island. Super cute.
Very
so
cute.
all I got was the Owl Forest threads and the needle minder. And I will pick out my own fabric on, what did I decide? I was going to do it on
36, I think.
36, I think. Yeah.
Doesn't it have what's the stitch count?
The stitch count, let's see if it says. Is that it?
Yeah.
201 by 276. So it's going to be pretty large.
It's not ginormous, but it's not small. So.
But they give you lots of information on how much you need and everything. And it's in both Russian and English.
Love it.
So
cool.
This starts May 12th.
Does she have a hashtag yet?
I don't think Samantha is hosting the SAL.
Well, no, I know, but does Owl Forest have a hashtag?
I don't know that.
Okay, well, it's not. It doesn't start till the 12th, right? So
right. So
we got time.
We'll watch for that. So that's in my immediate on
your radar.
On.
Yes, you are on the radar.
I think we both majored in English. Aside from that. I don't know of anything else going on.
I'm just soaking up the next 2 weeks.
Until the madness begins.
The shite hits the fan.
Well, don't put it in a negative context.
Oh, no, I love it. I can't wait for it.
We have another StitchCon meeting Tuesday night.
We sure do.
Right?
Milkshake's going to the vet tomorrow.
Oh, Milkshake's going to the vet.
She has no idea.
No.
This is her second vet visit.
So Stephanie says, I'm taking Milkshake to the VET.
I mean, unless you want to.
You know how you do that with little kids?
Yeah.
You spell words so that before they know how to spell, they don't know what you're saying.
She didn't hear me say it just now.
Cat cannot spell.
You don't know that.
Okay.
Do we know that? Do we know that? Unequivocally.
Listen.
Didn't think so. Listen. You listen.
I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
So, we are starting a tradition here.
Oh! But you're not included.
No. No, this is
us, you know.
We're starting a tradition that on Sunday nights we have breakfast for dinner. Do you do that? So
that's what we're doing.
So tonight we're having breakfast for dinner. Again, we had it last Sunday, and I said, why don't we just do this every Sunday night?
It's like my favorite meal of life.
So there you go.
But we're changing it up. We're having different, like it's not just going to be pancakes every week.
Right,
okay?
right.
Oh, you're making eggs tonight too? Oh, I think you said you were going to. Oh. I'm excited.
Come on over. Anyway.
Do not come over. This is a Pam and Steph thing. Thank you so much.
All right.
By the time you see this, we'll have dinner already cleaned up, so it won't even be worth it.
You'll be too late anyway.
Yeah, too late.
All right. So that's going to do it until next Sunday.
Yes.
And we hope you have a good week. We hope you find time to stitch. Mm-hmm. And
we love you so
much. Stay healthy. Be happy. And
don't worry, be happy.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
And we
wear
will.
Wear your seatbelt.
Yeah.
Look both ways for across the street.
And we will see you next Sunday.
Yeah, we will.
In the meantime, I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is Just Keep Stitching.
Bye.